Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Cancer in mid-July 2021. What is going on, Cancer? How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing well. All right, friends, for the last time this year, happy birthday. It is the tail end of your season, about 4 days left before we switch over to Leo. Cancer, whenever your birthday is or was, I hope you guys had an amazing time. Hope you were around friends and family and anyone else who cared about you or loves you and wishes you well in your life. Let's see what flipped out here. Ooh, Knight of Michael, aka Knight of Swords. Might have a message coming in, might have a lot of impassioned messages coming or going. Strong belief system is coming through here, or very, very important message is coming through here, but you know, it depends. It doesn't necessarily have to apply to you, but again, okay, 2 more cards. So Page of Michael, someone who studies, someone who is aware of something. There's a certain detail that the Page of Michael, the Page of Swords, is kind of interested in or seeking. And then Perspective, card 12, that's the Hangman in this deck. I'm getting like someone needs to reevaluate, go back to the drawing board, study something anew, be open to new information, things like that, okay? Anyway, guys, wrapping up your birthday season. Again, whenever your birthday is or was, I hope it was a great time. I hope you were around people who love you and care about you and want the best for you, okay? And I'm wishing you guys well. Here on the channel, make sure you check your playlist, Cancer 2021, so you can see when your birthday, you can look at your birthday message, which I recorded at the beginning of Cancer season. Also, check out the live tab here on the channel so you can see when I did your live messages, like I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that, and see if there are any messages in there for you if you missed it. And yeah, happy birthday. All right, Cancers, no other announcements here in July other than please take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of people that you know and love as well. And if you're out and about mixing in society, please do so safely. Take precautions that are necessary. We're almost back to normal, but there's still a long way to go. So if we all pitch in and do the things that we need to, we can get there. Let's be a team, huh? All right, guys, let's get into it. Anything you want, it's in the description box below. Cancer, timestamp is down there. Information on how to book a personal reading with me is down there. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, there's a link for that down below as well. If you do anything to support the channel, give me a follow, subscribe here, like there. That's always appreciated. And if you want to directly support the channel, always appreciate purchasing personal readings with me as well, okay? All right, guys, let's get into it for Cancer. Messages here in mid-July for them. Mid-July messages for Cancer, please show me. Yes, okay, thank you. And this month I'm using decks that I don't normally use, either on public in general readings or even in private. The decks are kind of large and hard to shuffle sometimes, but I wanted to, you know, dust them off, get some new energy, get some new feelings, maybe possibly see some different messages. 2 of Gabriel, 2 of Wands for you guys. And so far so good. My intention was to feel different as the reader, see or be able to sense things a little bit differently, and so far I've been successful. So thank my guides and their you know, nudging. Use these decks. It's been a while. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll do that. 7 of Raphael, aka 7 of Cups. I feel like I've seen that a bit this month so far for these readings. Ooh, and okay. A lot of these readings are, you know, starting with 4 instead of the 3 that I usually like to start with. Let's see which way we're going with these. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, so 2 of the Gabriel, 2 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 7 of Raphael, 6 of Gabriel, 6 of Wands, and then the Strength card. So a lot of fire energy here, Leo in particular with the Strength card. Could be dealing, don't have to be. I think you would like, or someone in the situation is it is a general reading, but I'm going to say it's you. I think you want something to be understood or felt completely accomplished. We have obtained something. We have finally crossed a certain threshold. I think that's what you desire. If not, that's what you are convinced or determined to have. But I feel it's still in the works, or there's still more work that needs to be done. Where I think you might be a bit confident at this time, Cancer, of your success, of the accomplishments that you've set out to obtain. I think you feel like, yes, it's coming to me, or it's just over the horizon. I can see it. I can feel it, right? I think there's still loose ends possibly being tied up. And that could be a message like for you to tend to the loose ends, but I gotta be honest, it feels like separate. It feels like one energy is, you know, ready to go or ready to solidify something, ready to receive something, and another energy is still, you know, putting the finishing touches on something. And that could be it. You know, maybe you have purchased something, you've hired someone to do a project for you or create something for you, and based on your order, you're like, and the quote, maybe you've been given a quote, by this date, by this time, this should be completed, and you're like, okay, I'm expecting it sometime around nowish. And the person who you've hired is maybe less ready to do that or complete the work, or they're missing something. It feels like there's still something missing over here. Let's read these cards, because I haven't done that for everybody, but I feel the need to like read all of your cards. So first one, this table. There we go. Two of Gabriel, again, Two of Wands. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important, what does it say? Important relationships with people who share your vision. Okay. And you could be on this side. You know, you don't have to be over here. You could be on this side as well. So, Seven of Cups. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. Okay. Six of Gabriel, Six of Wands. Congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. And then Strength. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, forgiveness. Okay. So, you see how I took the time to do that? And I'm telling you, you can go and look at any other reading where I did this deck with other signs. I didn't read all the cards. Not every time. Not at all, I don't think. Did I read each and every card. I could be wrong, though. But I made a point to do that. So I think that's kind of advice. The fact that I did this, took the time to read these cards, look at the details of them. That might speak to you or someone else. Look at the details here. Read each and every aspect of each and every card. Read each and every aspect of the contract. If you're expecting, oh God, this chair. If you're expecting some type of product, some type of result, read the contract. Are you right to expect that? Was there a note or some type of parenthetical, a clause in the contract that said, okay, we expect to have this finished by the end of July, but it could take upwards of 3 months thereafter. So you're over there watching the mail or watching your inbox, waiting to be confirmed that this thing is shipping to you, that this thing is finalized, when in actuality, what was written never really showed a direct or a concrete delivery date. Does that make sense? And I'm not trying to blame anybody here, but there's something here that's like, there's a discrepancy over a technicality or a small detail that was overlooked. What did we say? What came out? You had the Knight of Swords come out, you had the Page of Swords, and then you had the Hangman with it. And what did I say about that Page and Hangman? There's detail that someone needs to reconsider or look back over, or there's a detail that someone is hung up on, or something like that I said. But that makes sense. So if someone is expecting some type of victory, some type of award, some type of feeling of accomplishment and congratulations. They feel very strongly about this. They expect this, but it's not necessarily going to happen that way. There's another side that they're still... things are still in development on the other side. Now, most of you, maybe not most, a good portion of you, this feels like business. This feels like, again, you've hired someone, you've bought a product, you've bought a service, you've shown your intention, and then the other side of the agreement cannot fulfill that, their duty, or there's a misunderstanding between the two of you. It's very business oriented, a good portion of your energy, Ooh, look at me, about to call you Capricorn, Cancer. There's another portion of this that speaks to a relationship, some type of connection, and it might be a missed connection. You know, this could be, I don't want to say it's unrequited, because I think over here, even though the Seven of Cups can talk about confusion, too many options, you know, a lack of clarity, because it says be clear on what you want. I do also get strong intention with the Two of Gabriel there as well. So it's like maybe for some of you, if this is about a connection, it could be someone who desires a thing but doesn't pursue a thing. Meaning they might desire you very much, Cancer. They might wish to be with you or spend time with you or get to know you, but they never follow through. This person could be gun shy. This person could be socially awkward. This person could have, you know, some type of baggage, some type of emotional hang up, whatever, right? So in your mind, it's like, oh man, we had such a great connection when we met online, or, you know, maybe you went to a conference, or, you know, maybe you're starting back in the workplace and this person is a new hire or something like that. And you're just like, wow, I'm so excited. This person is excited too, but they lack the follow through. They really do. And wands are, and cups are pretty closely, I don't want to say related, but to me they speak highly of spiritual connections, just as the suits themselves. It's less in the physical and more in what you, the unseen tether you could have towards people and situations and circumstances. Yes? So I feel there's a strong spiritual tether here, or one that you perceive as strong, but the other person might not. Okay? All right, so let's see. I want to clarify this side. I'm just going to call it this side, the left-hand side on the board here. So what's going on there? I want to see two cards clarifying this side of the reading. This side I feel is pretty straightforward over here, the right side. It expects glory, it expects victory, it expects and desires, has worked for, because strength indicates what we have put our actions towards. Right? So I feel that's pretty clear cut. Over here, there's a little bit more of a question mark. So let's clarify this side, the left-hand side of the reading, please, for Cancer. What's going on there? Give me two cards that clarify the Two of Gabriel and the Seven of Raphael. Give me two cards that clarify those cards, please. Why is that here for Cancer in mid-July? Please show me. See? Now. Not much in terms of wanting to reveal. This is possibly reluctance. I'll mention that in a second. I used to talk about that a little bit more. Anyway, we'll talk about it in a second. Clarify the left-hand side of the board. Why are these two cards here for Cancer? Two of Gabriel. Six of Michael. And Seven of Raphael. Clarify with one more card, please. And the Eight of Michael. Okay. Again. Okay. So the thing that popped into my head that I used to talk about on my channel is a quote from this movie called This Boy's Life, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. Great movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's great. But there's a scene in there where Robert De Niro says to Leonardo DiCaprio, want in one hand, shit in the other, see which gets full first, basically. So you can want whatever. But if you poop in your other hand, that hand's going to get full first. So basically, to hell with your wants, to hell with your desires. It's not going to happen just because you want it to happen. You know what will happen, even if you don't want it to? Poop filling up your hand. You know what I mean? So it might not be the best analogy or example, but I see it here. 6 of Michael versus the 8 of Michael. Or not even versus, just they're both here, clarifying that side. So it's the light at the end of the tunnel on the 6 of Swords. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation, or travel. You can be free, make a courageous, choice to change your situations, not seeing things clearly. So here it is, the want to be free, and that's also echoed here in the 8 of Swords, but that's all what you think or what someone else thinks. Where's the physical action? No pentacle on this table. Pentacle and wands, but pentacle really talks more to reality. The wand can sometimes, or at least it shows actual physical action, but not necessarily items or reality all the time. But there's no pentacles on this table. So both sides are indulging in some type of fantasy, Cancer. Both sides feel something that is not true, is not present in the situation should be. There's a desire on both sides, possibly for the same thing, possibly for different things, but both are not really being real in the situation. And over here, I think it's a little bit harder because I think there have been options, choices to be made, different avenues to go down. There's been more ways for one side to get to the goal. But there could have been some type of stagnancy, 8 of Michael, 8 of Swords, and then some type of wishing that there was progress, but not really putting any legs up under it. So you might be very correct looking at your contract with this person. They promised delivery by, July 15th. Dead center in the middle of the month, right? But they maybe never literally began whatever you hired them to do. It is your birthday season. Maybe this isn't even you. Maybe this is what happened with your friends or your family as they were trying to celebrate you. 6 of Gabriel, celebrate you. So maybe there was some great surprise that they had for you that was reliant on an external business or an external person. And that person didn't fulfill their end of the bargain. So it comes to be Cancer's birthday. Surprise! You don't have this thing that we thought we would have for you because someone else dragged their feet or they were... I'm feeling someone over here is incapable. You can be free. Make a courageous choice. Light at the end of the tunnel. Like somebody here might be in a despairing energy. Overwhelmed perhaps with the 7 of Raphael, 7 of Cups. Feeling overwhelmed, feeling not necessarily burdened, but just like frazzled, anxious. A lot of people, for lack of a better term, crack under pressure. And so it could be that somebody knows they have to get things going, start to get back into the swing of things, running a business, running a service, doing without certain staff, stepping in where their staff normally would be if they're like a manager and they're not used to, being on the ground doing the legwork, something like that. This is somebody who just like is not up to the challenge. Did I say that in a reading for you guys recently? Not up to the challenge or something like that? I could have. I can't remember though. So that's what I think is going on. I think like one side is just like, I expect, I want, I have put in my effort to have this thing, and then the other side is like, wah, wah, like, oh, sorry, I'm dropping the ball. I know I'm dropping the ball, and I'm not going to do anything about it, or I don't want to drop the ball. My intention is not to drop the ball. but they don't even like hold their hands out to receive the ball. Like the ball's coming. It's your turn to hold the ball and handle it and do what you need to, but somebody has their hands in their fucking pockets. So it's like, did you really intend to carry the ball at the point? You can say that, but did you really? You know? All right, what's the advice for Cancer in this situation, please? One card of advice for Cancer here. Card of advice for Cancer in this situation. And again, you could be over here, Cancer. I could be talking to a cross-watcher, you know? Did I say cross-watcher? Cross-watcher? Anyway, let's get some advice for you guys. Advice for Cancer, please. Mid-July. Okay. The Star. Aquarian energy. A dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. Okay, that's good. End of a difficult situation. I like that. Believe in yourself. Whoever's over here, I don't think they have a problem believing in themselves. I don't think they have a problem with like visualizing positive things or good things for themselves. I don't think that they have a problem seeing themselves in a position with that Strength card, especially in a position to hold court, in a position to really be an effective agent in their own life or in the situation that they find themselves in. So I don't think whoever's over here, this really applies to them. It can, but I think this is more over here. Dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So hopefully whoever this is, they're healing, they're getting over whatever caused them to be incapable, you know, again, or inundated with options, inundated with choice, overwhelmed with all the possibilities, right? Maybe they're eventually going to, excuse me, be able to see clearly, right? Eight of Swords is also a self-made prison or a self-made mentality. So this person might, again, just crack under pressure. They're not great at handling too much at once, but if they get help, because also with the Two of Gabriel, there's two men on that card, right? There's two men walking this beach, right? So maybe they get assistance in some type of way. They find a friend, phone a friend, you know, whatever. And maybe that kind of lightens the load for them, and that allows them to be a little bit freer, a little bit more available to fulfill their end of the bargain is what this feels like, okay? All right, Cancer, that is your reading for mid-July. If you like this reading, if it resonated, leave a like, drop a comment, do all that fun stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before. I would appreciate that. If you want to get at me for a personal reading, you can find out how to do so by looking in the description box below. And I will be back soon to do your August readings, Cancer. Until then, thank you so much for watching. Take care.